Mexico's truly class acts, Holly Holm. So we're excited about that on April 4th. Thank you all very much for coming, and if you need anything from us while you're here, please let us know. At this point, I'd like to bring up Legacy Fighting Championship 30 is this particular card on April 4th, partnering with Fresquez Productions, and I should say our great thanks to Lenny as well. We've been in business now together for a couple of years. I think it's worked out well. Everybody's pleased with the way it's been going, except that young man right there. And now that Lenny and Legacy Fighting Championships have come together, we're excited to be a part of that combination as well. So please join me in welcoming the president of Legacy Fighting Championship, Mick Maynard.
Good afternoon. Firstly, I want to say thank you very much for having us. I can't say how excited we are to be a part of what I think is really a historical card in many ways for Legacy. And just to give you a little bit of history, Legacy actually started in College Station, Texas in 2006. So we were in a bar at Texas A&M, the college campus. We started in a square cage, very small. And from there, we've been able to grow into a nationwide and worldwide organization. So we're extremely excited. It's very fitting that we've been able to, of course, go from our hometown of Houston, Texas, follow Holly out here and put on a show with Lenny and Fresquez Productions, which will be our first, our inaugural female title fight. So we're extremely excited to be here, honored for you to have us, and I think it's going to be probably our best card ever. Of course, Holly is the main event, but for the card from top to bottom is stacked. First off, I guess I'll start by introducing a couple of the fighters. I know they want to get up here and have a word and talk about what's going to be happening tonight of their fight. And I'll start off with Leonardo Pena.
Hi, my name is Leonardo Pena, and this is going to be my first fight, so I'm nervous. I'm doing okay. I'm training hard, and hopefully to make it my fight. Thank you.
Next up, we have Stacy Clyde.
Oh, Stacy.
Stacy's fighting Eric Sabajo. This is going to be Stacy's pro debut. He's out of Gallup, New Mexico, and once again, he'll be facing Eric Sabajo.
Hello, everybody. I'm from Gallup. I'm just gonna do what I'm gonna do out there in the cage. What my coach taught me. I hope you guys like to watch me fight and see how I fight. That's it. It's my first fight. Just want to get it on. Show everybody that I can fight. That's about it.
Eric Sabajo, out of Albuquerque, New Mexico.
Hello, I'm Eric the Soldier Saavedra, and I've been out for a couple years because my last fight was a disaster. But I'm back, and I'm gonna make an impact in MMA again. Thank you.
Next up, we have Mikey Lovato, 10-3. Mikey's out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. He'll be fighting Gene Perez out of Los Lunas, New Mexico.
I'm going to adjust this for lightweight. Mikey Lovato, I'm from Albuquerque, New Mexico. It took a bit of a year off. I had my son, but I will promise you're going to see a new motivated Mikey Lovato here. Of course, I'm always excited to fight on Holly's cards and be a part of this legacy. As I'm hearing, this is going to be one of the biggest cards they've ever thrown. Hopefully it's the best. I have a lot to prove coming off a loss, but I'm back in my weight class, and I'm very excited very excited to fight.
Thank you.
Gene.
Hey guys, my name's Gene. I didn't get to fight last time, so I'm gonna be ready this time. I've been training non-stop since the last time I was supposed to be fighting. And I know I'm gonna be fighting Mikey. He's a pretty tough wrestler. I got a new training camp. I got a new coach and stuff, so I should be ready on April 4th.
Next up we have Clint Roberts, 4-1 with 2 KOs out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. Clint will be facing Sano out of Vallejo, California. Clint.
Clint Roberts out of Albuquerque. First I want to thank Mr. Fresquez and Legacy for giving me the opportunity. Thank Mr. Winklejohn for training me, and it's always fun fighting on the same card as Holly. She fills this place up, and it'll be a good night. I look forward to a good finish. Thank you.
The next one is Adrian Cruz. Adrian is 5-1 out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. I'll be facing Henry Briones out of Tijuana, Mexico. It's 13-4. Adrian.
Hey guys, nice to see everyone out here coming to support the Legacy card, a lot of hometown fighters. I want to say thank you to Fresquez and to Legacy for having me on the card. I really appreciate the opportunity. I know I have a pretty tough fight ahead of me with Henry Briones. I know he's one of the top guys coming out of Mexico. So I'm looking forward to it, getting ready to go out there and bang and have a good night and have some fun out there. Any questions?
Okay, next up we got Henry Briones. Henry.
Hi, thanks for having me. Thank you, Fresquez. Thank you, Coach Wink. I'm very excited to fight for my first time here in Albuquerque. It's gonna be my second time in the US, and very pumped to fight Adrian. I don't know much about him, but I'm ready.
Face this way.
Okay, next one we have Nick Urso. Nick is 7-1 out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. He'll be fighting Ray Borg, who is also out of Albuquerque, New Mexico, at a record of 5-0. This is going to be a hell of a fight. First off, I'd like to get Nick up here. Nick.
How's everybody doing? Third time in a row in Albuquerque. Pretty excited about that. Pretty excited to be on Holly's card as well. I want to thank Mr. Maynard, Mr. Fresquez, Mr. Winklejohn, to everybody for the opportunity. I think this is going to be a fight of the night. I think it's going to steal the show, and of course, until Holly gets out there, probably she'll steal the show after that. But super excited for the opportunity. Glad everybody came out, and I'll see you guys April 4th.
I think I'm going to keep the mic a little low. Just keep it here. Next up we have Ray Borg, 5-0 out of Albuquerque, New Mexico.
How's everybody doing? I'm very excited to fight for Legacy. They've been doing wonders for the sport, and not only for the sport, for us smaller guys. There's a lot on the line on this fight, you know, a lot more than what people realize. I'm very excited. People have been wanting this fight, and I'm about making things happen. So I'm looking forward to fighting Nick. He's a good opponent, and I've shown that I've earned this spot, and I'm really looking forward to bringing some fireworks April 4th. I hope you guys enjoy the show, and thank you guys for having me.
Our co-main event is Donald Sanchez. Donald is 29-13 out of Albuquerque, New Mexico. This is a featherweight bout. He'll be fighting Flavio Alvaro out of Sao Paulo, Brazil. Flavio is known in Brazil for his Vale Tudo fights. If you Google him, if you look him up, he's a legend in Brazil. So this is going to be an incredible fight. 29-13 versus 45-10. we're going to see some very, very, very high level MMA. Our main event, of course, is one where I'm especially looking forward to. This is our female title bout. This is our first female title that Legacy has ever held. We're very proud that Holly's going to be facing Julie for this. A little backstory, which probably about 2 years ago, I was approached by a manager about signing a female fighter, and she was out of California, and I just chose not to do it because I always had trouble matching female fighters, and it wasn't for any other reason than that. And she was new, I think at the time it was going to be her pro debut, which in Texas meant she couldn't be on the TV card anyway. Anyway, that girl ended up being Ronda Rousey, and so I keep that text message as a reminder to never let somebody with those type of accolades go again. So of course when I found out Holly was going to be going into pro MMA, I immediately called Wink, and Wink put me in touch with Lenny, and I was going to do it by any means necessary to try to make amends for the oversight I'd done before. And of course it worked out tremendously. Holly is a person of incredible character, so it just couldn't have turned out better. The whole experience has been beyond anything that we could have hoped for. So we're extremely proud to be here. Of course, for everybody in Albuquerque, this could be the last time you get to see a fight here live, and certainly for the price of the ticket. So I would definitely recommend coming on out here, take advantage of this last opportunity to be able to see who will probably end up being considered, no matter what happens, the greatest female, one of the greatest female fighters in history, as she already is known. So I'd like to introduce and bring up Holly Holm.
This is kind of weird that I'm going before Coach Wink. It's a lot out of my normal. I'm really, really excited to be here, and I mean, if you just think a year ago, what a roller coaster it's been, and it has been awesome. I remember when I first started fighting, I remember I was being interviewed, and I almost think it was by Van Tate. I think I was 20. And I was like, you know, I just want to take one fight at a time. I had this, I had that, we'll see this. And he's like, so you're just trying to ride the wave? And believe it or not, it's crazy how much some of that stuff sticks with me over all these years. I really have been just really trying to ride the wave because it's been kind of a big whirlwind here this last year. Retiring from boxing and going into MMA, and how awesome MMA has been. And what has made that possible is, you know, Nick and Legacy and Lenny and Route 66 had my pro debut here for MMA, and so right here, this is the support it takes. We couldn't do this without that, and I really appreciate that. And what makes this fight card even more exciting, I have everybody here. Not only that, I've got great teammates, and you know, it makes it exciting to get to the gym. All of us are in training together. We have our hearts into it, and so I'm just ready to get this whole training camp going, and I really, really want to become better. This last year has been, you know, exciting wins, and so sometimes I feel this pressure to kind of live up to that expectation. So that's what I try to do, is just get better and better. The competition's going to keep getting harder, and I want to rise to the occasion each time. So that's my goal, is to just keep learning and be the sponge and keep learning as much as I can through this sport. Thank you.
In my book, the best striking coach in the world, Mike Winkeljohn.
It feels weird going after Holly. Exciting card, that's all I can tell you guys. Ray Borg, Nick, Urso, who knows? Everybody, the biggest talked about fight in New Mexico. It's going to be here, it's going to be on this card. By itself, that's big. You know, Adrian and Henry could be easily still a fight of the night as well. Those guys are great. Henry's got a big support. Henry's coming from Mexico, it's huge. Donald Sanchez can't make it tonight. He's fighting another guy that has a bunch of experience out of Brazil. Huge, like Mick said earlier. Big time experience. Both these guys have a lot of skills, and they're going to show everybody here on the 4th. It's going to be an exciting card. I'm excited. Guys like family to me, but Nick, Urso, and Clint here, and Holly. I think Nick and Clint are knocking on the door for the UFC. You guys are going to see that. They're both so explosive. My picks for them to go through their opponents quick. No disrespect to Ray, but that kid can wrestle. So Nick's got his work cut out for him, but it's going to be a great fight. What can I say? I appreciate Legacy coming in. Mick's been great to Holly and I, and Lenny. We wouldn't be here today without Lenny Fresquez. All of this has been a dream come true for myself, working with Holly when she walked into my gym a long time ago, to working with Lenny. It's great. I'm blessed to be here. Holly, guys, great fight. Juliana, a lot of experience, well-known in Brazil, probably the most experienced fighter Holly's had up to this date. Going to be an exciting fight. It's just another stepping stone for Holly. I want Holly to use her as a stepping stone. Yep, that's what I said. Because unlike boxing, you can't cover all your body parts like you can with little boxing gloves, with big boxing gloves. When Holly's out there striking guys, she's got so many targets. She's so chaotic in the other person's mind. They don't know what's coming at them, and they have a tendency to just freeze, and then she unloads. And she's knocking people out, and she's going to do that and continue to do that all the way to the top. The biggest thing about this fight, guys, is probably Holly's last time fighting Albuquerque. You gotta come watch it live. That's it. You have to come watch it live. That's huge. So again, probably last time fighting Albuquerque. Come watch, check this fight out.
Scott, we have Juliana Werner. Juliana is 7-3 with 4 KOs. Juliana is also a multiple-time Muay Thai champion out of Brazil. We're very excited to have her be part of Legacy.
Como é que você entrou no esporte do MMA? Eu entrei em 2005, só para experimentar mesmo.
She said that she entered in 2005 just to have a new experience.
What is your favorite strike or submission?
Chutes, eu prefiro chutar.
She said that she prefers to kick. Is her favorite kicks.
That's
You've never fought outside of Brazil? Are you concerned about that at all?
Você nunca lutou fora do Brasil, você tá preocupado com isso? Eu só nunca lutei MMA fora do Brasil, já lutei boxe, kickboxing, Muay Thai fora do Brasil.
She has already fought outside Brazil, but other kinds, not MMA. She has fought box, Muay Thai, kickboxing in Europe. But in MMA, only in Brazil.
Does the travel to the U.S. concern her regarding this fight?
Você já...
Sorry, can you repeat again?
So her having to travel over here, does that concern her for this fight?
Isso deixa você preocupada em viajar pra lá pra lutar dos Estados Unidos ou não? Não, tô tranquila.
No, she's okay about it.
Ask her what does she know about Holly.
What does she know about Holly Holm?
O que você sabe sobre a Holly? Que ela, a gente tá vendo que ela é uma grande boxeira, uma das melhores. E ela tá invicta no MMA.
She said that Holly is one of the best boxers in the world, and that she's undefeated in MMA with 6 wins. And she doesn't know anything about Holly Holm on the ground.
Any other questions?
What does she think about the opportunity of getting to be in this first Legacy women's title bout?
How does she feel about having the opportunity to be in this Legacy, the first Legacy female title bout?
Como é que você se sente sobre essa chance de estar lá participando da Legacy? Isso é sempre que estou honrada em participar, pela oportunidade, por participar contra uma atleta invicta também.
She said that she's very glad to fight. She's very honored to have this opportunity to fight on Legacy with Holly Holm.
Por ela estar invicta no MMA também.
And because she's Holly Holm, her opponent, is a great fighter. She's undefeated and this is a challenge for her. Record is very expressive, but she will take this opportunity and make the most of it. There is more than enough incentives for her to want to win this legacy event, and she has been fighting for years, overcoming huge obstacles, and she knows that this is her great chance to be recognized for it. And she will be ready on April, and she hopes that Holly too.
Hi, I'm looking forward to the fight here. I know that this is going to be my toughest fight today. I've seen a lot of, skill with her kicks and her knees, and I think that this is going to be the toughest fight for me so far, and I'm looking forward to it.
Ela disse que vai ser a luta mais difícil para ela, de chutes, de joelhadas, né, e que é isso, assim, que vai ser desafio para ela. Você fala para ela? Também vai ser desafio igual para ser uma grande competição.
She said that's going to be a big challenge for her too, because you are a great fighter, a very good boxer.
Thank you. I look forward to it. I know that she's going to be a lot more skilled than my previous opponents, and so I know I have to learn this full.
Ela disse que você também é uma grande oponente no MMA, você te elogiou, quando ela não foi pra mim.
Okay, she is very honored to have this fight with you on Legacy, and she will do her best.
Thank you. I'm very honored as well.
Thank you.